Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 25. As you can see, we are into June 2, and other than a bit of straw baling, there isn't really anything we can do in this month other than weed this, basically weed field 103. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump straight into July. I think July is the correct month. Yeah, so we've got canola in July. Oh, hang on a minute. And we've got wheat in July. So I tell you what, before we just quickly do that, because that is what we're going to do, we're just going to give these weeds a once over with the sprayer. And then that way we can jump straight into July. I don't want to jump into July and then do it because we're going to have 2 fields to harvest. And yeah, that's just going to be, I think, just best just to quickly get this field out of the way before we jump over into July. I don't want to have like I don't want to say too much to do, but there's going to be a lot to do as it is. And I've just realised we may not even have enough herbicide here. Oh, that is not going to go well. Oh, I hope we do have enough, because yeah, this is definitely something we don't want to be going to the shop for. This just is going to delay things and slow things down. Can we get round there? This Volvo's bloody terrible going round corners with implements on. There we go. It's a lovely tractor and I absolutely love it, but I do find that sometimes it just... Okay, I pressed the wrong one on. Right, so I'm hoping that this is gonna be a little bit gentle on us, and it's gonna give us enough enough spray. I really hope we've got enough spray here, because this is gonna be... Right, I have just hit a tree, and I have just got stuck on a tree. What a start to this episode. I literally get stuck on a tree. Ugh, absolutely crazy. I'm gonna get stuck. Oh my god, I can't drive today. I genuinely can't drive today. Jesus Christ, what is going on? I'm still stuck. Jesus Christ, what a nightmare. I just can't drive today. But yeah, we are going to be whacking some time lapse into this video today, guys. If we are going to jump into July, it does look like that's where we're going. Like I say, we've got to kind of just get moving along a little bit. Other than this field and a bit of straw baling, there's not really anything else to do, so I don't see the point in being here. I could have technically time lapsed this a little bit, but I like to do some job in normal time. Just got to decide which job to do first. I think we should go do the wheat job first. If we do the wheat job first, it's further away than the farm. We should be able to get it all in one tank, so we can basically drive it home and come back up here, and yeah, and then we're basically just working on the farm. That's the idea. I would like to be able to maybe look at selling these 2 fields down the hill, and maybe, just maybe, bring in the things a little bit closer, you know, build a bit closer to the farm. That would be a lovely thing to do. We are going to run out of spray here, aren't we? And this is going to really, really, really suck, guys. I might end up having to leave a couple of weeds. I don't have the time to be going and getting more. It's my own fault. I should be making the spread a bit narrower, and then that way it should be a little bit more energy efficient, but I always forget to do that, and yeah, I've already done it by now. We maybe will have enough. We maybe will have enough. I do need to go and miss then the couple that I did miss. You see, there was a couple I did miss. That is looking brilliant. Now, the amount of carrots we're going to get off this field is fantastic. Don't know if that was a weed, but I think there was a weed a little bit further up here that I missed. I maybe didn't. Maybe I was seeing things. Right, there we go. So, a few minutes in, and we have already weeded our carrot field. I couldn't remember what crop we planted. yeah, if you're wondering why my brain's even is working less than usual, it's quite early for Sunday morning. Just gone 9 o'clock. I do like to try and have a bit of a lie-in if I'm not going up to the cemetery and stuff. And I had a bit of a late night last night. I was watching the Champions League football and stuff, and I know you guys will get this on Monday, but as you know I record the day before. And that's kind of what we've been doing. And then I was hanging out with the wife and we were watching TV and stuff. And do you know what? It was just a lovely, chilled Saturday night Chinese takeaway. Can't moan. Oh, I have just. Right, so I need that one in there. Lovely. Right, there we go. Right, that's done. We might as well go straight into July. Sorry, I am sneezing and coughing and all sorts today, guys. So if I do just seem to quietly go mute for a second or two, that is kind of what's going on in the background. Once again, I've had the hay fever medication, and once again, it doesn't seem to do enough to help me anymore. I had the hay fever medication like an hour ago as well. I made a point of trying to get it in and working, you know, before I started recording, and yeah, it just wasn't gonna. I just need a quick second, guys. Right, now I've got to. If I didn't cut that out, I did mean to, and I forgot. Just gonna put that out there right now. That was the plan. Right, so we do just have to have a quick look at the animals. We're gonna have to put some more water in there very soon. We're gonna have to. They've got milk. Okay, they've got some milk. They've got some feed, not loads, so we could maybe do with topping those up. Obviously, we've got our little baby cows once again. So yeah, and then the chickens. 609 litres. Lovely. Right. Off we go to the wheat field, guys. This is we've got to get done today. It should be ready anyway. If I drive to the wheat field and it's not ready, I'm gonna be angry. I'm gonna be so annoyed. It's definitely got to be ready. I could have looked on the map, but you know what? We're off for a little drive now. We're going for a drive in our little combine harvester. Nope. Alright, I won't be a minute, guys. Right, sorry about that. Now I've got to remember to cut that bit out of the video as well. There we go. Right, so we've got to start getting this unfolded. Like I say, we do have all this to start getting the straw, but I'd really like to look at, well, that's just unfolding. If we were to sell this field, it's like, let's call it 20 grand, just for rough working out, 20 grand and 30 grand. So it's about £49,000. That's how much that field is worth. It's worth about £45,000. Here's the problem. There is not. That is. Wow. Wow. There is nothing around here even close to that value. That's the closest there is, and that's 78. That. Wow. Maybe we can't afford to sell these fields just yet. That is terrible. I do still get the odd little bit of stutter with the new graphics card. I tell you what it is, because obviously when you get a new graphics card and you uninstall the old drivers and you put the pressure you want in and things like that, it resets all your like NVIDIA control panel settings. Like I always have the shader cache settings. I always have it set to at least the middle one. I can't remember exactly what it is. Sometimes, depending on the game I'm playing, I can set it to 100 gig. Like I say, it's yeah, it doesn't matter to me normally. Because then obviously when I've done that today, I have noticed I've having like a little bit of frame drop and a little bit of stuttering. The stuttering's causing the frame drop, but it's the shader cache rebuilding. So I rebuilt it and recorded yesterday's video, realised the shader cache setting wasn't right in how I like it, and obviously today, yeah, I did jump through quite a few of the cell points to try and avoid it. It didn't quite work clearly. But sometimes you've just got to play the game in order to fix the shader cache. And I didn't really play much. I tell you what I did do yesterday though, guys, and I am gonna kind of just show you all when we get back to the farm. I did, in fact, build the milk trailer. I did add a point to it so that it can pull another trailer. So now we can, yeah, we can take 2 trailers with us to the sell point, or in our case the dairy. So yeah, absolutely loving that. Technically, if we take the I4 Williams trailer as well, we should be able to run all three, which I think is going to be an absolute game changer, to be honest. So instead of running like 600 litres of buffalo milk every month, we can now buy another trailer for a couple of £1,000 and run it all down. So every time we go with milk or the flatbed trailer, we can take it all with us. That personally, to me, is a game changer. Absolute game changer. Go. So that is the headland done. That is one row done. This is another row getting done now. This is making so much light work. I was going to time lapse this field and then work on the canola field. Instead, I'd rather just manually do this in normal time, and then we'll just go and do the other field in the time lapse. This is just absolutely brilliant. Absolute game changer. I love this harvester. I always have done, even on 22 FS22. It was my go-to if I wanted to have a smallish one with a decent sized header, and that's kind of what I've got right now. I need a little bit more room up there. Harvesting that, lovely. I kind of wish I got the 6.6 metre one. Would have got the 6.6 metre one. Well, another 0.6 of a metre wider. All I've got to do now is just get a little bit tidier with the swaths of straw. Wow, that's 50% already. We've got a good yield this year, guys. We've got a good yield this year. I think that's going to be just a little bit wider than one more row. Beautiful though, look at it. This would have been a half an hour harvest with the old harvester. It was worth every penny. Like I say, it's not got the biggest tank on it, it's not the biggest header, but you know what, for what we've got, best thing in the world. Hoping we can get all this in one pass, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. maybe. Might be at the very end that we just leave a little bit. Yeah, I had a feeling that's what it... Ah, we had a little bit at each side. That's up. There we go. Get over that. We'll just do this a little bit here and away we go. Back to the farm we go. Come on, drop the straw. There we go. Lovely. Look at that. We got 4,566 litres of wheat off that field. That is absolutely amazing. Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Now, we do need to have a little look down at the dairy as well. I do believe there's going to be some pallets. We're getting to that stage now where in every video, we're going to have to be doing some kind of dairy work or sheep wool selling. We're getting to that stage now where the money is just going to start rolling in constantly as long as we go and sell it. Now, we could leave all the pallets sat there till the best month, struggle financially, but I want to go and try and sell things as and when they're ready. I do see a lot of farm simmers who are like, oh, let's just leave it all there, sell it at the best time at month. Honestly, I agree. Sometimes. But this time, I just want to be selling it as it's ready. I want to sell it while it's fresh, so to speak. That's the idea. I don't mind maybe waiting the odd month if we're busy. But yeah, I do want to just try and... get it sold as and when we can. There's another... about 1,000 litres to drop. Right, there we go. Run that back into here and drop off this into the silo. We'll leave that to run like that. Close that down. We'll unload this and we will get on with this harvesting. Now, our big canola field it's our money maker. It's definitely our money maker. We kind of survive off the income of this, or we have been doing anyway, until the milk got up and running. I'm going to leave this here so it's a little bit closer. I've got no idea what the yield is going to be like on this, but we're about to find out. Canola field harvest underway. Oh, this is looking good. Look how wide that straw swath is. We're going to get to 500 litres before the end. I tell you what, it's not far off 500 metres before we got to the end of that concrete fence. There is a great demand at the dairy, is there? A great demand at the dairy. We couldn't, I don't think we could sell it if we wanted to. We own the dairy now. Although there might still be a sell point. Can we at least just... I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll drop this straw here. We'll just do a quick U. Up to there. Let's just have a little look. Because if it's something like milk, it might be cheaper to make... just to turn the milk straight away anyway. It doesn't look like it's anything we've got listed here. I kind of wish you could maybe search for the sell points. Like, can you imagine, like, here it's just put dairy and it brings up all the things that you could sell to the dairy. I'm not seeing a blue one. There it is. It is goat milk. We don't have goat milk, and that's why I wanted to double check. Can you imagine if it was just normal milk? It would have been brilliant. Right, what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to get this into a time lapse. I'm going to spend the next couple of minutes doing as much of this field as we possibly can. I don't think it's going to be long before we're emptying the harvester, as it is anyway. Right, as you can see guys, we've got a good chunk of this field done already. We will get it finished in this episode. It has gone very, very well. Like I say, that extra couple of meters is making all the difference on the width. And it is making life so much simpler. And just quicker, and yeah, this will be nice to get a worker on, maybe in the next year. This works so freaking well. It's just, yeah. And that's the annoying corner out of the way as well. It is quite annoying, is that bit. But yeah, we do need to be looking at ways to try and expand our farm now. That is our next goal, is to expand the farm. You know, we've got a decent sized harvester now. Now, to some people you might be saying, oh yeah, but it's still too small. It's big enough for what we need. It's as simple as that. It's big enough for what we need. I don't want to be completing a whole field in like 2 minutes. 2 minutes real life minutes, not like time lapse a minute. You know what I mean? That time lapse is gonna probably be a couple of minutes long. You know what I mean? That means it's at least 10 minutes for me, and you know we're halfway. Brilliant. But I'd like to get this field here. That's in front of us, / to the left of us. I'd love to buy that field, but unless we get a loan, I don't really see how that's going to be possible. And I don't feel like that's going to be a field we can easily harvest this year if we were to get a loan. Because I don't want to get a loan. That's another thing. Getting a loan is going to cause us to have other issues, like, you know, more payments, which means we're doing more contracts. The one thing I've enjoyed about this series is we've only done contract when we've needed it. Now, in theory, we do need to do a contract in this episode, or at least in the next one in June 2, because the Ford has to do a job to pay for itself. That's how I'm kind of trying to justify that. The Ford has to do a job to pay for itself. I was looking as well at the Volvo at the end of the last episode, guys, and to talk about the trading, it's not worth as much anymore as I thought, because obviously the Volvo's been building up hours. Yeah. But as it stands right now, there isn't enough money to cover the purchase of the tractor while trading in. Or there maybe is just about, but we literally not have a penny to our name. But if you do notice straight ahead of us, guys, we have 4.5 pallets of wool. If we take those 4.5 pallets of wool to the sell point, we can sell that. That could be still about £2,000. That could be nearly £10,000 in wool. We do have canola to sell when the time is ready. We'll have straw to sell. I'm thinking of maybe selling the straw as soon as we build it. I'm thinking about it. But a mod was released this week. It was the John Deere baler set. Now, I don't know if people know the ones instantly off the top of the head that I'm talking about, but it is the ones where you square balers. They're like £12,000. I loved them on Farm Sim 22 because they were just a cheap square baler to buy, and I'm very tempted about doing those. I'm very tempted about buying one. Now, I'm not talking about buying one and being like, oh yeah, you know, we'll get rid of our baler. No, we'll keep our round baler because our round baler makes silage bales, and the round silage bales are just nicer to cheaper. The cheaper to wrap. Yeah, we've got quite a bit left of this field, so maybe the maybe that wool selling is going to be in the next episode. Actually, we do need to get this done, and I did not plan on that. I wouldn't mind, but I heard the beep as well. Yeah, this is going to put us for a slightly longer episode, but we will have all the harvesting done. And this trailer is absolutely perfect, guys. Look at it. It literally takes 2 of our harvest. It's like it was made for this harvester. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. But what I do want to do while I'm also here, while that's unloading, guys, we're going to have like 20 seconds here to just go check. I'd like to just check on the dairy to see if and what productions there may be to sell. There isn't any. There isn't any left to sell. Hang on a minute. Is our dairy? We are out. We are out. Right. Oh, that is not good. Right. So we have to take. That might be something I do then off recording, just so we can get it processing into the next episode. We cannot be having that with absolute zero in there. I normally do the milk early, and I haven't done it at all. I mean, we went from June 2 into July. We didn't go in June 2. Yeah, I've got about a month and a half's worth of milk, and our dairy has run dry. So yeah, that is going to not help us get in the new tractor. That's as simple as that. We can't get a new tractor if we keep letting the dairy run dry. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to put this into another little time lapse. I want to get this field finished so that in the next episode we've got baling to do. We've got we'll have a load to do in the next episode, so I want to get this finished now. This canola field is done. That is looking very, very good. Tiny little bit left to do. Just going to drop that straw there. Lovely. So what we're going to do in between the next episode is I am probably going to buy another milk tanker, guys. As I said before, we have done the we have made the mod ever so slightly better. So can we drop that there? Oh, look at that. I am loving this, guys. So we've got 18,904 litres. Even when it comes to selling this canola, we cannot sell the canola in one trip. We've still got to sell it in 2 trips. That is crazy. That is going to be so good. This is where a 20,000 litre trailer does come in handy, because that's the most we get off this field. Yeah, this is looking good now. We've got plenty of straw to bale up. We've got plenty of milk to... Yeah, so if I go buy a milk trailer today... If I buy a milk trailer today, we're going to have more milk by the next episode, which will be instantly. I don't know if it's worth buying the milk trailer today, but we're definitely going to buy the milk trailer. Let me show you what I'm talking about with our milk trailer as well. If we go down to barrels and we go down to our lizard hitch here, we have this. We went for a colour like that, didn't we? And if you look down here, guys, we have a little trailer hitch underneath. It's not touching the tanker or anything. Looks absolutely lovely, and we can now connect 2 of those. I'm going to get rid of that hose there. Going to put the fender on there, and we're just going to go for... You know what? We're going to go for wide tyres. I don't know if we got wide tyres on the other one, but we're going for wide tyres on this one. And then what we're going to do now, we're going to pop this in reverse. We're going to move this over here like this. Make it a little bit easier. And then we're going to slide down here with the harvester and get this one empty. So that is where we are today. We bought the milk trailer. I will just go and pick it up off recording once the video's uploading to YouTube. And yeah, just kind of want to give a little shout out to everybody on this list. I do know it is Patreon day today, guys, with it being the 1st of June, so massive shout out to anybody who is still on this board in a few days time. But this is where I will leave this episode, guys. As I say, I'm just going to go and pick that new tanker up, and yeah, well there you go. The harvester is empty. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you all in the next one.